Hello guys, this is Celia. We are the manufacturer for the LED grow lights. Today, I would like to introduce you a very important topics. That is the LED and the HPS lighting grow light comparison. The initial cost comparison. So by this way, you could easily understand which lighting you should go to investment for your canopy growing. So let's get started. I will show you a PPT in case you can know more about the details. So the LED and HPS cost overview. The most important factor to consider when calculating your lighting cost is a total cost of ownership of your system. To calculate your total cost for horticulture lighting, we must look at the 6 points. First, upfront costs. Second, utility incentives. Third, electricity costs. Fourth, cooling cost. Fifth, light loss factor. Sixth, maintenance costs. So follow me to understand more. LED lighting for horticulture is a very hot topic these days, right? So while HPS lighting has a lower upfront cost, LED lighting is more efficient, provides consistent lighting intensity over a longer period, emits less heat, and requires less maintenance. Still, determining the lifetime cost of your lighting system can be difficult, and HPS may seem appealing because of its apparently low upfront cost. Let's walk through a scenario. Following Adam, the grower, as he looks at replacing his lighting system, Adam wants to run an economic analysis comparing the upfront approach and operating costs associated with LED and HPS horticultural lighting system. Lighting project specification is like this. Project size, 10,000 square feet. Crops grow, canopy. This analysis is looking at a common grow room configuration for an indoor canopy facility. In our analysis, lighting a 10,000 square foot indoor canopy flower room with LED actually saving grow a whopping $1,222,159 totally over 5 years versus HPS lighting. That's a payback just 1.5. Sorry, the number is, yes, it's 1.5 years for your investments. Further along below to learn how. First, upfront cost. Comparing upfront cost of LED versus HPS fixtures. Adam the grower managed a 10,000 square foot indoor flowering canopy room. Adam sits down to compare LED and HPS lighting plans for 2 lighting vendors. The upfront cost for the LED fixtures are over twice as expensive as HPS. But Adam is just getting started evaluating his investment. So, the comparison table here is for the LED and HPS. LED, we use our 640 watts FX series fixtures. You can find the detail of this item in my another video show. Okay, we have another video to show you the fixtures for our FX systems. You could understand more about these items. So the fixture quantity for this project for the LED is about 440 pieces. So the fixture cost here, I write down the $700. This is a local price in US and plus over 50% of the profit. So this is $700. What about the HPS? So HPS, we need to use about 393 pieces in this project. And the fixture cost is about $350 per piece. So consider that 800 micromoles per square meter per second. We got the total upfront cost for LED is about $308,000. So for the HPS, it's about $37,550. So the table here compares the upfront cost for the LED light and one of the industry-leading double-ended HPS fixtures. As you can see, the PPFD has been matched across both light plants at 800 micromoles per square meter per second, which is the most common lighting industry recommendation for the flooring canopy. So we got here a table for you to understand better. So then it comes to the utility incentives. Utility incentives is pay a fraction of the cost. If your utility has an LED rebate, LED lighting is clearly a choice economically. Energy rebates can reduce your upfront LED fixtures cost by 20 up to 60% depending on the utility. That's a surprising amount of free money for any investment. Most electrical utilities these days incentives energy efficiency technologies to help manage their energy generation infrastructure costs. Additional incentive programs exist to address climate emission, reduce pollution, and benefit the public. In the spring of 2019, the DLC, along with the ASABE, developed a horticultural lighting standard to make it easier for utilities to qualify horticultural lighting fixtures. Yes, we have the DLC certification. Okay, so if you can do that, if you can use the light, you can no problem to get the rebate from the governor. In our scenario, let's use a conservative incentive amount and say a utility will pay only 20% of your LED lighting upfront cost. So what we can get? Adam calls the electricity utility and asks, does my electrical utility provide any incentives to choose energy efficient horticultural lighting? Of course, yes, right? The utility informs Adam that as long as the lighting fixture is listed as a qualified product, the utility will offer a custom incentive 20% of the upfront cost. So what number we have got here? You can say here this is the savings table for the LED and HPS. The fixture quantity for LED, the fixture quantity for the HPS. So the upfront system cost is this number and this number. So the rebate calculations 20%, we got like $61,600 for the rebate, in 20% rebate. Okay, so course after utility incentive is like this number minus this one, we got $246,400 in total. So the section 2 is like this, right? Then it comes to the electricity cost. We make a comparison for the X fixture to the HPS. So you heard that LED technology has a very high upfront cost compared to HPS. While that is still true today, LED has rapidly overtaken HPS in terms of fixture efficiency. The table below shows the very clearly comparison list for how it looks like, right? So let's take a look. The LED plant and the HPS plant. One see like this one, daily usage is about 12 hours per day. Input bus per fixture, this one is 640 watts, and HPS is 1069 watts. So So total kilowatt is about 282 kilowatt per LED. However, HPS can reach to 420 kilowatt. So annual power calculation is operation hour 365 days. We got this number. We got this. It's like 365 multiple 12 hours. Okay. So the annual kilowatt per hour to light, we got this number for LED. We got this number for HPS. So what about the annual electricity cost for each of the lamps? So we have it here. This is NMS. How much will the electricity cost to run the two lighting systems? At $0.12 per kilowatt hour, the LED room saves Adam 29% a year. That's about $71,989 per year on lighting electricity cost over HPS. How to get this number? So the annual electricity cost is like this, and also like this for the HPS. Use this one minus this number, we got like a total avenue lighting savings is $71,989. Okay. So then it comes to the heavy cooling system. Heavy cooling system is about the cooling. You've heard that LED technologies has a higher upfront cost compared with HPS. Why that is true today? Okay, the American Society of the Heating Refrigerations. Sorry, I need to change. This is about a heavy cooling system. Compare heavy cooling system first. Then it comes to the fourth point, is heavy cooling system course. Comparing the heavy cooling system course, the LED fixtures are also about 25 to 60% more efficient. The American Society of Heating, Refrigeration, and the Air Conditioning Engineers has an established rule of thumb based on the location's cooling season. In essence, it takes roughly 1 kilowatt hour of cooling to offset the heat generated for every 3 kilowatt hour watt of lights. Adam's growth in facility requires a cooling system to maintain a steady 78 watts. How much money is saved on heavy cooling costs by retrofitting to LED? Adam calculates a saving of $224,190 a year. How much money is saved on heavy cooling costs by retrofitting to LED? And calculate a saving of $24,198 a year on a cooling course. So how do Adam get this data? Let's take a look. We got here quantity for each types of lamps. We got like the daily usage hours. The annual cooling cost calculation is like this. So annual electricity cost to cool is $49,406 for LED. Wire, we got like $73,404 for HPS. Use this number minus this number. We got $24,198 for annual cooling savings. That's also a huge money, right, guys? So in the section 4, we got the annual electricity savings with LED lighting, this number. The HPS savings is this number. So totally, right now we got $96,187 subtotal, okay? So then it's about light loss factors. The light loss equals to the yields and profits. The light intensity of HPS and other lighting technologies rapidly decrease after their first use, known in the lighting industry as light loss factor, short for LLF, or lumen depreciation. These factors cumulatively affect the light output of fixtures. That means maybe you got light is 100% value in the beginning, but if the light loss, that means all the functions for the lighting output will be lost as well. So some of the light loss factors are recoverable through scheduled maintenance, like changing bulbs or cleaning reflectors, while others are non-recoverable due to ballast factors, supply voltage variations, optical factors, or fixture surface depreciation. The following graph compares photoplex maintenance curves over time for different light sources. So here we got the LED. As you can see, it's very clearly data, right? 100%. This is percentage of initial output. So after 50,000 hours later, we got like still the maintenance value could be over 90%. However, for the HPS, after 20,000 hours later, the value, the initial output could only be 20%. That's a big gap, right, guys? The yield loss factors. When light levels start to drop, so do yields. HPS production yields will erode rapidly from what the manufacturer promised. Just after the first day of use, correlation of the light intensity and yield has been studied at universities and commercial operations. We'll use these findings to correlate lost revenue due to light loss factors. So let's assume a grower flowers under 800 micromoles per second per square meter of light. After 6 flowering cycles per year, this would require 4,308 hours of lighting per year. Based on chart above, this would result in about a 3.65% decrease in HPS light loss. That's 0.73% HPS light loss per flowering cycle. So in a study here, they explore average canopy flower yields relative to photosynthetically active radiation, is PAR, is also equals to the light intensity. Using this fundamental research, we can assume that a 0.73% light loss at 800 micromoles per second per square meter corresponds to about 0.161% decrease in canopy flower yield. Let's assume annually grown average a conservative 40 gram per square foot. Let's assume it takes 6 days to harvest, allowing for 6 cycles in a year. The HPS output will then drop by 3.65%, and the flower yield decreased by about 3.03%. The table below shows the percentage of yield loss in your first year due to the light loss factors over each cycle. So here's the HPS output decrease and flower yield loss. So in the first cycle, the data is the same. What about the second? You can easily see the difference, right? After the cycle to the cycle 6, just 1 year, we got like the output decrease for the HPS is 3.65%, and we got flower yield loss is 3.03%. So what about the lead? So for the lead, the output decrease in the 6 circles is only 0.61%, and also the flower yield loss is only 0.51%. That's a huge difference, guys. You see that? It's about 6 times difference. So any commercial grower knows that 3.03% yield is a significantly hit to their profit. To show just how significantly, let's consider the average price for wholesale indoor canopy flower ranging from $1,000 to $2,000 per pound. Let's assume Adam will sell to his canopy flower at a conservative price. That's $1,000 per pound. The graph below shows the revenue lost over lighting hours. In the first year running HPS fixtures, Adam lost $77,997 in revenue. This is very huge money, guys. The graph above shows revenue loss due to light loss factor. For the purpose of this analysis, light loss is only calculated for the first year, though exponentially more revenue can be lost due to HPS light loss factors. That means as the year goes by, the HPS can lose more light. That means you will lose more yield for your flowers. The primary metric when comparing yields between LED lighting solutions is the light intensity. In this study, light intensity was made equal between the two lighting systems. Other factors such as the spectrum play a role in plant quality, and yield to some degree. But given all environmentally variables are equal, optimized for and photosynthetic light is adequately balanced across blue, green, and red wavelengths. Then yield factors due to light spectrum should be comparable. So all the data here is our FX series flowering spectrum was used for this study. Okay. So if Adam were to provide zero maintenance to his HPS fixtures for 2 years, he would lose over $400,000 in revenue as a result of HPS light loss. Many growers manage yield degradation by relamping often, but the effects of this yield loss factor can not be completely avoided, regardless of how much relamping is done. The light loss factors fluctuate too quickly to get maximum output out of your HPS lighting investment. Adam asked the big question: how much revenue do I lose because of the light depreciation factors? Adam takes a look at the annual yield savings by switching to an LED solution. So we get here a table to show you the LED comparing with the HPS. Yield calculation lost. For LED, 0.1% in a 6 circles. Year 1 profit loss is $13,000. What about HPS? Yes, it's very big loss. It's $77,997 totally for the HPS loss in the first circle. In the circle of 1 year. So in the 1 year yield saving for the LED, that means use this number to minus this number. We got $64,997 totally. So in the section 5 overview, combine these 3 numbers, we got a yearly LED saving subtotal is $161,184 totally. So what about the maintenance? As we mentioned before, if you are using the HPS lighting, you have to maintain this for the fixtures and the bulbs, and also the reflectors, right? So we have the maintenance cost for the HPS, the bulbs, and also the reflectors. As we discussed earlier, growers adversely affect yield and earning potential if they don't revamp HPS bulbs. According to the manufacturer's recommendations, leading HPS manufacturers recommend HPS bulb replacements and the reflector maintenance every year, or in some cases, after 10,000 hours. This examines a grower annual material cost to keep their HPS lighting system running per manufacturer recommendation. Adam decided to buy bulbs and reflectors from the supplier for $89 and $56 a piece, respectively. And mass. How much does it cost to revamp HPS fixtures and replace reflectors? Spends about $56,985 a year to maintain double-ended bulbs and reflectors, while the material costs to revamp or replace HPS reflectors are already significant, and the disruption of revamping a facility also means slower production schedules and increased labor costs. So we got the table for comparison. For the LED light one, we got no maintenance cost. As for the HPS, what about the cost? Only for 393 pieces of the lamps, you got the annual maintenance cost, which could achieve $53,985 totally. So let's make this amount add here. We got like the yearly LED savings subtotal is $218,169 totally. Then it comes to the labor cost. The labor cost for bulbs and also the reflectors, right? Screwing in a light bulb, as easy as it may sound, still takes stuff and time. Growers either schedule these maintenance tasks between crop turns, or they get stuff to hay plant material around to make room for ladders and scaffolding. In either case, the disruption is an expense that cuts into production. Integrated pest management protocols may require HPS fixtures to be bagged or recovered before spraying. Commercial production will then be slowed or halted. LED lighting maintenance, on the other side, is simply by IP-rated fixtures that are designed to be sprayed down to clean. What is the labor cost to maintain HPS light loss factors? Adam pays facility employee about $20 per fixture to revamp, clean reflector, cup them for spraying. Adam managed to manage a tight ship, so his professional team calculates that it costs about $7,860 a year to maintain an HPS lighting system. So here is the cost table. For the LED lighting, no maintenance cost, no labor cost, no maintenance cost. However, for the HPS, we got like the maintenance cost, we got like the labor cost for maintenance, right? So that means saving. If you didn't use, you need to extra money. That means you save this money, right? So we added money here. Now the subtotal becoming for yearly LED using application is $226,029 totally. So summary of an LED retrofit: increasing your profit margins. It's time to tally up the numbers and compare the economics of the two scenarios. Let's summarize and take a look at a 5-year total cost of ownership for the LED and HPS systems. Adam finishes his calculations. It looks like the simple payback and a 5-year total cost of ownership for an LED retrofit is a win-win with a great payback. the simple payback of the total cost of ownership for Adam's LED solution is only 1.5 years after with the rebate, or 2.1 years without the rebate. Our LED lighting solution started out as an investment 2 times the cost of an HPS lighting system, but quickly saved us just over $1 million in just 5 years. That means make you earn the money. Lighting a 10,000 square foot indoor canopy flower room with an LED actually saves us a whopping $1,222,159 to be exact. The following assumptions were made for the purposes of the ROI report. 10,000 square feet for the canopy flowering cultivation space. 4,380 hours of lighting per year equals to 6 flowering circles. $0.12 per kilowatt hour electricity cost. This is the US national average. Conservative 40 grams per square foot years. And a conservative $1,000 price per pound. Although different environments will see different results based on a range of factors, it is always important to align infrastructure upgrades with business goals by looking at the entire impact of your purchasing decision. Each project is unique, but overall, by following these guidelines, you can get a clear view of the effect your lighting decision will have on your business profits. So, in here, we can provide you the project consultation. That means you can let us know your growing space, and we can calculate the cost for you comparing with the LED and HPS. Then you can make a comparison for yourself and then make your own decisions, okay? So here is the retrofit detailed summary table. We make all the detailed summary here. This is for LED plan. This is for the HPS plan. We got that the annual cumulative savings is $226,029, and the payback and 5 years savings. Cumulative payback in years, just 1.5 years. You can get all the money back for your initial cost of the LED lighting. What about the savings over 5 years, including the repair incentives? It's 1 million to 1,222,159 totally. Okay, this is the amount you can get over 5 years if you are decided to invest for the LED lightings. So, thank you for watching. This is my sharing for the LED lighting and HPS initial cost. So you can easily to understand which way you can go. So follow me, and I will show you more about how LED can work on your crops and on your cultivation. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
刚才差不多结束了，就掉了一个。
卡住了。
卡住了，你骨髓瘤那里别的
没有卡住。
那里卡住了。啥情况啊？当时就卡住。